Hello, my name is Father Brian Johnson. I'm the pastor here at Our Lady Perpetual Help Redemptorist Parish, and I'd like to thank you for your interest and for your goodness to our parish. I'm asked often why we are having a capital campaign right now, and the answer is simply that we want to keep this church as beautiful and as uplifting as we possibly can. One of the things that is always important to remember is that this is the building where the church, that is the body of Christ, the people of God, comes to meet. And we come here Sunday after Sunday because, as we all know, as we go through our life out in the world, sometimes we can be tempted away from some of the Christian values that we hold and from some of the loving ways that Jesus calls us to do. And by gathering together in prayer, by hearing the scriptures, by just coming together and feeling the support of one another, we are reminded constantly of who we are and who Jesus wants us to be. And so the value of this house of God, this house of the community, is tremendously important. Part of the beauty of this church is in its architectural style. As you come in, your eyes are automatically drawn upwards, and you see the beauty and the light and the goodness that is our God. It's a constant reminder to us of who we're called to be and where our thoughts and where our minds should always be. Not on things of this world, not on our own gain, but rather on Jesus and doing His will. In order to keep this church that way, we have to honor the memory of countless men and women and children who have come before us and who have found a spiritual home in this church, who have found a sense of mission, a sense of purpose, a sense of love. People who dedicated their lives and their fortunes in order to build up this great church 100 years ago, and all those people who have maintained it and passed it down to us so that we could use it today. We're called to follow in their example and to make sure that this church, this home, remains a thing of beauty, a thing that can uplift us, a thing that can show us God's wonderful presence. And we need to be able to invest in it ourselves in order to pass it on to our children and to our grandchildren. This is a wonderful, beautiful place that right now is being destroyed by the ravages of the weather. We have a lot of water stains and water damage that is diminishing the beauty of our church. We want to fix that. We want to ensure that this church will remain a beacon of hope and life and love and beauty for the people who come after us.
It's home. It's the only home. Stable home I've had for most of my life. Growing up as a military brat, I moved around a lot. And the church, the Catholic Church, has always been a home. And this parish has been a home to me for 10 years. So the longest I've been in one place in my entire life. And it's where my husband and I have put roots down. We were married here. Our son was baptized here. We've become members of this community and very involved. The moat under the church is, we have to fix it. If we don't, this church is going to crumble and we'll lose this home and this beautiful landmark. And everybody talks about the home they grew up in, on the street they grew up on. And for so many thousands of people over the years, over the last 100 years, and hopefully for another 100 years, this could be that home to them. And if we don't make sure that the foundation doesn't crumble, we won't have it.
Hi there, I'm Carl DeCapo. This is my third time as Capital Campaign Chairman. I love my church, and I should say our church, but I consider it my church. I love my church. It's the most beautiful church in Kansas City. I can't wait to come here every Sunday morning. I'm at 7:30 Mass. I sit at the first chair, at the first pew, because I want to be there. I want to be here. I'm here with God. And I love my church, and I don't want anything to happen to it. Trying to understand that these gorgeous, gorgeous windows that we have here, they all need to be caulked because they're leaking. And how about the fact that all the water that drains into our basement? We had 2.5 feet of water in this basement. Think about that. we're going to lose the base. If we lose the base, we lose this church. And I'll fight anybody. I'll fight anyone. Nobody's going to do anything to my church. And what I'm saying is, it's our church, and we have to keep it the way it's supposed to be. It's a guideline for all the people in the area. Why wouldn't you want the most beautiful church in Kansas City to be your church? God love you. Think about what we need to do, and it'll happen. Thank you.